Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Factory farming to us is one of the most urgent issues facing the world right now, and that's why we really believe we've got to scrap factory farming ASAP.
Supreme Master Ching Hai joyfully presents the Shining World Compassion Award to Humane Being, plus $10,000 as a token of supporting their noble efforts, with high praises and heartfelt appreciation for your precious vision and noble endeavor on behalf of all beings. May your campaign and all involved enjoy continued great success in heaven's forever grace. Be a humane being. Scrap factory farming for people, planet, and animals. Part 2 of 2. Continue watching to find out more.
Greetings, compassionate viewers. Sayo na gopa. My name is Jeremy. I just said welcome in Kalo Lago Ya, one of the traditional languages of the Torres Strait Islands. The God-loving Torres Strait Islanders wish that divine love and blessings will be showered upon you and all our animal co-inhabitants. Welcome to part 2 of Be a Humane Being, Scrap Factory Farming for People, Planet and Animals. For why the campaign is called Scrap Factory Farming, David explains.
The scrap name itself is an acronym. The reason we chose scrap factory farming is because scrap was an acronym that we felt expressed everything we wanted to say. The S in scrap is for suffering. The C in the scrap acronym is all about climate chaos. So the ravaging of the planet, the deforestation and forest fires is absolutely connected to factory farming. The A is antibiotic resistance. So what's happening in a lot of farms is that the amount of antibiotics given to animals is getting to the point where we understand a superbug is developing, and that superbug is becoming resistant to the antibiotics, and there's some very scary stories about how this is going to affect us in the future unless we get this under control. And the P is for pandemics. We're in the middle of one now, and disease is rife in when you got lots of animals in close confinement, and so we just see there are so many reasons to scrap factory farming. Factory farming to us is one of the most urgent issues facing the world right now, and that's why we really believe we've got to scrap factory farming ASAP.
In December 2020, as the first part of the legal challenge for the campaign, the barristers of Scrap Factory Farming submitted a letter to EFRA, Environment, Food and Rural Affairs Parliamentary Committee, UK, demanding answers about the government's plans for factory farming. It is believed to be the first challenge of its kind in the world. In response to asking what their expectations are from the UK Secretary of State for EFRA on whether the government has considered the risks caused by factory farming, thus consider banning factory farming or remove subsidies for it. Spokesperson of Scrap Factory Farming, David Finney, replied,
It would be good if the government, for instance, came back and said, we are reviewing factory farming in detail, and this is when it'll happen, and this is when it will be completed by. But of course, even better is, yes, we agree, it makes sense, we are going to phase out factory farming.
So at the moment, we're waiting for the Secretary of State for EFRA to come back to us with an answer from the first letter. Once they come back, if they come back, as David said, and said, we're going to review all factory farming, then that might be the end of where we need to go. But if they come back and say something very different to that, which is much more likely, then we have to put the next step in. We have to take another approach to going back and communicating with them before anything sort of happens. So it really is quite difficult for us to say. We've just literally got to take each step as it comes and take guidance from our fantastic legal team as to what we do.
Although the core team at Humane Being is small, the legal team of the campaign is headed by the prominent QC Michael Mansfield, a highly respected human rights lawyer and animal rights campaigner, joined by barristers Lorna Hackett and Philip Rule.
The core team of volunteers is about 10 of us, and if we counted everyone, it would probably be about 50 or 60 people have all put time and effort in to make this happen and to make it work so far.
Loving viewers, we will pause for a short message. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Welcome back, attentive viewers. The United Kingdom is among the top leading Western countries known to be kindest to animals, and historically was the first country in the world to implement laws protecting animals. The Cruel Treatment of Cattle Act, enacted in 1822, known also as Martin's Act, was one of the first pieces of animal welfare legislation that made it a crime to inflict cruelty or suffering upon farm animals. However, it did not protect the general welfare of the animals nor their legal rights. The worst punishment for any breach was a modest fine. A similar situation in the United States. Laws such as the Federal Animal Welfare Act 1966, for example, regulate what humans may do to animals in agriculture, biomedical research, entertainment, and other areas. Neither Martin's Act nor many subsequent animal protection statutes altered the traditional legal status of animals as properties or legal things. Speaking with Jane and David of Humane Being, we learned that they are ambitious about what they might achieve in the future. This includes the possibility of establishing a legal entity status for animals.
Jane has big ambitions for Humane Being and what it might achieve in the future. I mean, I can remember being in Nepal and, watching cows all over the streets and then asking why they're all there and people saying, well, it's illegal to kill a cow here. You can't do it. And I thought, wow, illegal to kill an animal. That might be something to strive for. But I think certainly in the short term, we have to preserve this word sentience. And, when we came out of Europe, it was looking vulnerable. And I guess there must be a lot of us who think we don't need sentience to be in legislation to know that animals are sentient. We all know it. But the fact that it was there and then it's at risk of coming out makes that really important. To recognise the rights of animals and to understand that they have feelings and that they grieve and that they have emotions, and the evidence is everywhere. So I think that may be something to look at.
Having the king of human rights works, Michael Mansfield QC, in their legal team, scrap factory farming could serve as a vital first step to paving the way for animals to realise a legal entity status. Mr. Michael Mansfield QC believes the government should introduce tighter legislation to make activities which destroy the natural world illegal. In September 2019, he called out for a new law on ecocide to go alongside genocide and the other crimes against humanity, under which eating meat could be illegal. The world-renowned spiritual leader, Supreme Master Ching Hai, approved such proposal and urged the governors to exercise their power to rescue the lives of animals and humans in a conference with Supreme Master Television team members in 2021.
If the planet has trouble, if all people or any people are killed because of the climate change. The government leaders, I say, are guilty because they have the power to stop it, to change it. I hope they rethink about that so they don't have to go down to hell and answer to the king of hell or the Maya waiting for them. Satan waiting for them. Like we attract like. No need to say that I'm threatening anybody. You are in power, you're in privilege, you are well paid, you're getting rich by the taxpayers of your country. You should do what you must do in order to rescue your people. And if you don't, then you're guilty of murdering humans, not just animals. I'm telling you the truth like that.
Humane Being is positive about our future of a kinder world and ambitious in what we could all achieve together.
I really believe the world can be a better, more compassionate place. And if all the people who care join together, if we all use our voices together, if we all use our purses together and get heard, we really absolutely can persuade others to join us. The movement for veganism it's absolutely amazing what's happened out there now. And the people who are against factory farming, there are so many people who don't like factory farming for all the reasons that we've talked about. We absolutely must come together and move things forward, and we can do it if everybody sort of thinks, yeah, I can make a difference, and gets out there and contributes something to it.
Yeah, I totally agree with Jane, and just keep pushing and keep making things happen. There's a lot of change that can be done, and we've demonstrated in the past as a race that massive change can come from small beginnings.
My wish or vision for the world would be for cruelty to people and animals to stop, and for us all just to simply live in harmony with each other, with nature, with other species, and make this planet a joint home for us all that we can all enjoy.
My vision for the world is we confine violence to history. The way we're treating our planet is so upsetting. We don't have to behave like our ancestors. We can choose a different path.
Humane Beings Scrap Factory Farming may be the world's first legal challenge in asking a government to stop animal livestock raising, and they hope this could spark a global movement to scrap factory farming, so they are determined to do it despite all the challenges. To fund the case's legal fees of £60,000, they launched a campaign with crowd justice fundraising. Same-minded viewers may support this noble endeavour at crowdjustice.com/case/scrap factory farming/ Our deep gratitude and prayers for your success, Humane Being, and all involved in the Scrap Factory Farming campaign. May all governments take urgent actions to end animal suffering and thus build a sustainable vegan future in God's mercy.
Factory farming is harming our planet, and all the creatures suffer so. On our knees now, disease is a legacy we are leaving to our young. Feel their pain, see their eyes, hear their screams, lose their lives, while their homelands burn in smoke. It's a tragic winter play, it's a poison takeaway, and so we must save the day before it's too late.
Factory farming is is harming our planet. It causes greenhouse gas emissions, loss of wildlife habitat and biodiversity, antibiotic resistance, the spread of disease, and great suffering to billions of farm animals.
To learn more about Humane Being and the campaign Scrap Factory Farming, please visit humanebeing.org.uk/crowdjustice.com/case/scrap factory farming/. Supreme Master Ching Hai joyfully presents the Shining World Compassion Award to Humane Being, plus $10,000 as a token of supporting their noble efforts, with high praises and heartfelt appreciation for your precious vision and noble endeavour on behalf of all beings. May your campaign and all involved enjoy continued great success in heaven's forever grace. Supreme Master Ching Hai is deeply grateful to the beloved God for all the financial help, comfort and support to the afflicted and needy, and or any good cause over the years as a humble vessel for His compassion and love towards His precious children. Compassionate viewers, thank you for your company today. Coming up next is Parents Are the Best Gift on This Planet, Part 3 of 5 on Between Master and Disciples, right after noteworthy news. May heavenly light shine on our souls and awaken our loving nature, so that soon all beings in the world will have peace.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/VEG.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/VEG.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/VEG.
I nostri programmi sono offerti in molte lingue. Consultate suprememastertv.com/schedule e suprememastertv.com/VEG